So we've heard from one legend of the Perth Wildcats about Jesse Wagstaff. How about we move on to another absolute superstar, a man born from Jacksonville, Florida. He has played about 12 seasons at the Perth Wildcats, four-time NBL champion. His jersey also retired by the Perth Wildcats. Even won a championship with the Perth Redbacks in the old SBL and now NBL 1 West. We're talking about Shawn Redhage, and he joins us on the Perth Wildcast as well. Shawn, great to have you on.
Thanks for having me, guys. Looking forward to chatting some basketball. Been a little while.
And to talk about Jesse, because an amazing performance over his career, but an amazing milestone for him to get to 500 games on the weekend just gone.
Yeah, I mean, 500 games, that's an incredible statistics, kind of mind-blowing. My mind goes to that's a lot of shoot-arounds that you've got to show up to and game day preparations. But all the credit that he's been getting over the past week is definitely deserved. He's, I still think of him arriving here back in 2009. Kind of this kid never even really heard of, rocked up at training, and you could instantly see he was going to be an impactful player. But I'm not sure anyone would have thought, 500 games and 6 championships, and it's pretty impressive resume he's put together.
What were some of the earliest memories of Jesse you had when he first joined the club?
I mean, just when he first started, you could see just his basketball intelligence was next level. He just always made the right plays, knew where to be defensively, offensively. Even my first couple of years, him and I were kind of playing the same position. So we're subbing in and out for each other. And, and I'm watching him, and he's just draining these threes left and right. And they're like, are these guys even going to close out on him? And he'd hit 3 or 4 straight, and you just be like, wow, he just knows how to find himself in the right position, making all the right plays. Incredible teammate. I mean, you just look at him. Doesn't matter if he's playing 5 minutes or he's starting. He's going to be the first one standing up on the bench, and he's done that in his entire career and cheering you on. And someone that as a teammate you want on your side. And, there's no coincidence there that their rival of, Jesse Wagstaff, Damian Martin kind of led the resurgence of the Wildcats, and, all the championship banners those guys have been able to put up there is a direct correlation, I think.
What's your favorite Jesse memory?
Geez, the thing that stands out, and I don't know, maybe he still has these, Elijah, but does he rock up in training in these like massive Hawaiian shorts that go below his knee? I mean, he just, my wife and I actually giggle because back in my day, that we used to always have to come to basketball in our polo, in a game day, in a polo, in a black dress pants. Like, there was no gray area there. Like, that's what you had to do when you rocked up to play. But now, they've got the photos of you guys rocking up to the stadium. I still have yet to see them take a photo of Jesse Wagstaff rocking up into the stadium and what he's wearing that game day. So maybe for his 501st game, can I put in a request that maybe the game day fit is Jesse Wagstaff, and hopefully he'll be wearing like some crazy Hawaiian shorts or something that
I'll put in the request.
Too big.
I think they finally changed the dress pants rule this year, actually, because they had a lot of complaints last year from specific guys that like to dress up for the games.
Geez, maybe I should have kicked up more of a stink when I was playing because, 12 straight years of
the
black
polos.
dress pants in 40-degree weather in Perth didn't always sit right with me.
I will say, though, Wags likes to wear these like knee-high socks when we travel for games.
Oh.
I think they're like compression socks, but he wears shorts and then just wears those socks up to like his knees. So it's kind of a little opposite of the long shorts, but I feel like it's the same idea.
Sexy. I mean, he's bringing fashion really forward in basketball.
He's got a great fashion, you know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if he's doing the Hawaiian shorts, absolutely.
What was it like winning a title in his first year at the club in 2009 and 10? Is that one of your favorite titles, or is there one that is a better favorite for you?
Oh, look, it's kind of like trying to pick your favorite child. They're all memorable. Although some days you might have one that might be more of your favorite than others. But I think the 2009-10 season, because we'd kind of gone through this transition, and probably, Rob Beveridge had just come here. We signed a bunch of young guys. I don't think there was a whole lot expected of us that year. And so we just, it was kind of an up and down season. It was a really tight season. I think we went into the last game of the season. If we won, we were going to finish first, which meant we had home court advantage. If we lost, we were going to finish fourth. And so I think we beat Townsville, who actually was coached by Trevor Gleason then. And so we finished first, and just having that home court advantage. We had all these young guys. You see footage of it now. There's a photo outside the Wildcats, and you just look at how young all the guys looked. It was, we did have some veterans in there, Martin Catalini and Paul Rogers, that kind of, kept the ship tight when we had all these young guys trying to figure out how are we going to be successful in this league. So it was, I think it was from my point of view as well. I've been here for 5 or 6 years, and when you've been at the Wildcats for that long and you haven't won a championship, you start to get Andrew Vlahoff and Scott Fisher kind of breathing down your neck, Ricky Gray saying, "Hey, when's the next championship going to come?" So a bit of a monkey off the back, and and also to celebrate at the they call it the High Performance Center, but the old Challenge Stadium. I think it was a special moment, that's for sure. And I don't think any of us kind of, especially Damo and Jesse and those guys, so I thinking, oh man, this is easy. You're gonna win it every year. But we had our ups and downs, but to get that championship was pretty cool, especially knowing how inexperienced we were as well.
Cool family connection to the Wildcats is that your daughter recently sung the national anthem at the Wildcats pre-game. How proud of you of her, and where did she get the singing talents from? Was it from you or?
Well, yeah, definitely not from me. So she didn't get her dancing or singing ability from me, thankfully. But as much as I love basketball and passionate about, that's what she is to music is to her. So she got that opportunity. And it's the first time she's done smaller venues and stuff like that, but then to kind of be thrown out there, sing in front of 12,500 fans, it was, and she crushed it as well. So it was definitely a proud moment, and it's something to cherish, that's for sure. And I think she was pretty excited. I think her comment to me was that was the best thing ever. So hopefully the crowd liked it as well.
She did get a good applause.
Oh heck yeah!
Oh yeah, that's when you know. That's when you know it was good.
Yeah, I think once the crowd knew, that's Shawn's daughter. Oh yeah, we'll give it a bit of extra. Absolutely, we did, because she did a fantastic job.
Yeah, well, and Haley, because I've been friends with Jesse for a long time, and Haley was born kind of right around the time Jesse arrived as well. So he's kind of seen her grow up as well. So I think it was kind of cool. I think when she got out to the mid-court, she kind of looked over at Jesse, and they kind of gave a little smile. So I think that also kind of comforted her, knowing at least I know one person out here on the court, and so I think that was a cool moment for everyone involved.
For sure.
Love that.
You did bring up Challenge Stadium. There's a little bit of, I think, controversy about the RAC finals game and the fact that we might.
Oh, went ahead.
I didn't even know about it until today.
Oh, there you go.
But the fact that we might have to play at Challenge Stadium, and so we actually saw a little YouTube video of you getting a game-winning block. I think in Game 2 of the final series against New Zealand. Do you want to give us a little rundown of how that felt and what that was like playing at Challenge Stadium and all that stuff? What was going through your mind?
Oh, look, Challenge Stadium. Surely I think everyone wants Wildcats to play at RAC Arena and the numbers there, but from an actual intimidation factor, I think having 4,500 right on the court, it's a huge advantage for the Wildcats. And just the fans are so close. It's really it's a close knit stadium, so the sound just stays in. And I can remember Lockie Reed jumping up on the scores bench, having the crowd stand up for the entire fourth quarter to try and will us on to victory. So there's a lot of great memories from there. Hopefully it's not 40 degrees because the air conditioning last time I was in there wasn't as strong as RSC Arena, but there's a lot of great memories, and it's kind of crazy to think that was the last game that was played at the Wildcats in that venue. So we had a great rivalry going with New Zealand at that time, and I remember the thing I remember about that game as well is I'd fallen unwell probably I think the day before, so I didn't have a very impactful game that game. So I would have been kicking myself if we'd played the whole season, get down to the grand final, and then a virus kind of takes you out of being able to perform your best. So I think I was more relieved that I was able to get that block and help us win that game. And the other thing is, like, I'd played with CJ Bruton for we played over in Puerto Rico together, so I kind of knew his tendency of wanting to take that shot. He's a big time, probably a bit like yourself, Elijah, where you like to take those clutch shots that I've noticed early on in your career, and I love that about you. But I knew he was going to most likely want to shoot that shot, so it kind of gave me a little bit of anticipation to try and get up as high as I could, because back in those days, I was later in my career, I wasn't getting as high as I used to be.
I will say you didn't look very sick after the block. You looked pretty happy.
Yeah, that's adrenaline right there. I think I slept pretty well that night because and then had to recover to get the journey over to New Zealand.
Any advice to the current Wildcats players about what to expect if a play-in fixture does eventuate there?
Look, I think one of the things that you kind of have to say as a player is, look, this is just out of our control. You can't let that be an excuse. I actually think in some ways it could. The other teams are kind of in that same boat as well. They've never played in that venue. Now you've got 4,500 that are literally right on the court cheering you on. So I think it'll be a little bit of a different environment. But it's embrace it. It's going to be a hot ticket if that becomes the case as well.
It'll be nice to get some shoot-arounds there, hopefully, if that is the case.
True.
What was I looking at? Do you have to finish it up? Do you have a favorite memory of Jesse? Anything? No, it doesn't even have to be basketball. Just anything that you've had with him, or something that you saw or that he did that is just something that's stuck in your mind since then.
Oh, look, I think that he's made the most of his ability, and just being so impactful, not only on the court but off the court, and just the setting the tone for the club and the environment and what it means to be a Wildcat and a teammate. He's definitely had the most hairstyles of any player that's ever put on a Wildcat jersey. Maybe Elijah, you can ask him to bring back the man bun. I think that might have been my favorite. Him and Greg Heyer used to rocked up one preseason, and they had the man bun going, so he was always over there playing with his, I don't know, what do you call that, a scrunchie to try and keep it up. So
if he comes back for another year, I'll get him to do a different hairstyle.
Yeah, we need
a little mohawk, maybe.
Challenge him on that. Yeah, I like it.
So mohawk and the long Hawaiian shorts. That's what we need when he comes back in 25-26 for
and
that
the
season.
recovery socks.
And the
well,
recovery
actually.
socks too. The very high recovery socks. I don't mind that. Hey, Shawn Redhage, hopefully we can get you back on this podcast because we'd love to be able to chat about you and your career at some point as well because it's a pretty darn special one. But thank you for jumping on, chatting about Jesse Wagstaff on this edition of the Perth Wildcast. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you, and good luck for Friday.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Shawn. Really appreciate that, man.
Thanks, guys.
No worries. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Thanks, dude.
Have a good
Bye.
one.